I've spent years taking care of people as a nurse, and one thing I've learned is that vacations and trips don't usually get ruined because of a bad hotel. They get ruined because someone got sick. After traveling to many countries over the past several years, we've learned that traveling isn't about luck. Staying healthy while you travel isn't about luck. It's about learning several habits. So today we're going to talk about those habits. And as a nurse, I'm here to tell you a few things that will help keep you healthy when you travel.
Travels are supported by safety.
So tip number 1 is hydration. It's so important when you're traveling to stay hydrated. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Make sure you're doing all the things you need to do. I know when we travel, sometimes we don't like to drink water because we don't want to have to go to the bathroom a lot, but it's a must. You don't want to get dehydrated because that will cause too many problems. So make sure you're drinking the fluids that you need to drink and not just water. Sometimes if you're out in the heat and the sun and the humidity, you need those electrolytes as well. So hydrate yourself with something like Powerade or something that has electrolytes in it, not just water. Make sure you're doing all those things that will keep you safe, keep you from getting sick. Dehydration can be really serious. So take care of yourself. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Make sure you're drinking the things that you need to drink, regardless of not wanting to go to the bathroom. You've got to stay healthy. Sometimes flying can make dehydration worse, so you want to make sure that you're staying hydrated. And one useful tip is to drink water before the flight. Make sure you're drinking your fluids before you even get on the plane. Tip number 2 is get up and move. Just because you're on the plane doesn't mean you have to stay in that seat for 10 or 12 hours. Every hour you should be getting up, walking around, stretching, moving. Circulation is a huge issue when you're sitting still for too many hours. Tyke and I wear compression socks when we travel, whether we're driving or flying or sitting on a train. We have compression socks that we wear for those long trips. And we make sure that we get up every hour or so. I mean, if you're sleeping, don't wake yourself up from a nap, but set an alarm, get up and move. Walk up and down the aisles, walk to the restroom. I like to go, there's a little bit of a bulkhead or something around the restrooms usually where you can do a little bit of stretches. I'll do like lunges, I'll stretch out my back, things like that. Those are some helpful tips when you're on those long flights and long travel days. Make sure you're moving. Circulation is so important. You don't want to have stiff muscles, you don't want to have swollen ankles and legs, so make sure you're getting up and moving and make sure you're using those compression socks. That's really important to keep you from having swollen ankles and feet. Tip number 3, sleep is medicine. Make sure you're getting the right amount of sleep. Those travel days can be crazy and jet lag is a real thing, so there's lots of apps that can help you adjust your schedule. There's things that start a week or 2 before your travel so that you can kind of adjust your sleeping to the new time zone. They really help. So jet lag isn't just annoying, it can affect your immune system. And if you don't get the sleep that you need, it can force you to get sick. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're getting enough sunlight. Vitamin D is really important. And another thing you can do is adjust your watch. Like I said, there's apps out there that help you a couple weeks before your travel. So look into those. There's a lot of free apps that you can use to adjust to a new time zone. Make sure you're adjusting your watch. What I like to do, because I take medication that has to be taken about the same time every day, and that's really tricky when you're adjusting to a new time zone. So I like to take my medicine before I get on the plane and then set a timer for 24 hours. So when you're changing time zones and your watch automatically changes or your phone automatically changes, you lose track of some hours. So I set a timer 24 hours after I've taken my medication, the morning before I fly. Then I know when it's due again, and you can kind of adjust an hour or 2 one way or the other so that you're not getting up in the middle of the night. But I set that 24-hour timer so that I can take my medicine as close to that same time as I did the day before. And another good tip is don't overschedule your first day. Make sure you allow time to just rest and acclimate to your new environment. It's important to stay up until your normal bedtime, even though it's a new time zone. You don't want to get in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and go straight to bed because that will mess up your schedule. That'll mess up your internal clock. So no matter how tired you are, stay up until your normal bedtime, 9:30, 10, 11, whatever it is, and then go to bed at that time. It'll help you adjust to that new schedule a lot faster. Tip number 4, wash your hands. That is the number one thing you can do to avoid getting sick, is wash your hands, and wash them good. Sing the alphabet or whatever you need to wash your hands for 30 seconds. And wash all of your hands. Go inside, get at the outside. I like to scrub the tops of my fingernails like this. Wash your hands really good for 30 seconds. Sing the alphabet if you need to. Sing happy birthday a couple times. Whatever it takes in your head while you're washing your hands. I've seen people, you don't want to obsess about it. You don't want to wipe down every single thing around you on the airplane and then grab your food with dirty hands. So you need to be smart. You need to be practical. Make sure your hands are clean, because the hands are the thing that touches everything. So make sure you're washing your hands. Wash your hands after you go to the restroom. Wash your hands before and after food handling. Wash your hands when you blow your nose or cough, anything like that. I like to sneeze and cough into my elbow because I don't touch that part of my body with things usually, so it's a pretty safe area to put my germs in and be safe. So just be smart about it. Don't obsess. Don't overly wash everything around you. It's healthy to have some germs, but make sure your hands are clean, especially before you're eating and touching your mouth. Tip number 5 is pack a little medicine bag. So we like to pack just one of these easy, it zips open, it fits nice in your backpack or your carry-on. We have things like tissue, we have allergy medicine, we have Tylenol, we have like a dental floss pick. It's annoying to get something in your teeth and then not be able to get it out. We have just basic medicine. There's Band-Aids, there's antibiotic cream, just little things like that you don't want to be without in a situation. I also like different kinds of, I have prescription medicine. Tyke has a few prescription medicines, so we like to put them in. There's this kind of a thing that we've been using for a few years that has all the different spots where you can put things. It has 7 spots, so you can do the weekly thing in here. It has an extra packet here. You can do it either way. You can make a daily spot for each of your days of the week medicine, or you can just put various medicines in each pocket. It fits really nice and it doesn't spill. So this is really easy to pack along with you. I also recently switched to this, which helps with humidity so your pills don't get moist. And it's lockable, so it's not going to fall out in your purse like some of those cheaper ones. I've had those little cheap ones that you can get at Walmart and places that the little lids snap open really easy, and sometimes you get them out of your bag or your purse and the meds are everywhere. This is really nice because it locks in place. So this is my newest one I've been using, and I love it because I don't forget to take my medicine every day. It's on the daily thing. So I really like that. It's important to have a little tiny medicine pack with you. It's nice to carry things, like I said, Tylenol, Band-Aids, maybe an antihistamine, maybe some tweezers would be good. You always want to make sure you're not packing any medications in your checked bag. You always want to have them with you on the plane. If your bag got lost, you don't want to be without those prescription medications, because some countries, some medications are hard to get. So you want to make sure if you have a prescription that you have to take on a regular basis, you carry it with you at all times. Keep it on your personal bag, keep it in your carry-on, whatever it is, but do not check medications. Tip number 6 is listen to your body. Your body's going to tell you what it needs. If your body's tired, take a rest. If you start to feel fatigued or have a headache, make sure you're listening to those signals, because you really need to listen to your body. You really need to be in tune with that. It's going to tell you what you need. So take a rest if you need to. Take some medication if you need to. If you don't listen to your body, that's when you're really going to get sick, and it's going to ruin your whole vacation or your travel or whatever it is. Sometimes you need to slow down. Sometimes you need to adjust your schedule and not go power hard for 24 hours or a week. You have to have some rest days. It's okay. It's not going to ruin your vacation. You're traveling and you're riding the train, or you're riding on an airplane, or even taking a taxi in a busy town can be mentally and physically exhausting. So make sure you have some downtime and listen to your body. Tip number 7 is you always need a backup plan. You can do all of these preventative things and you can have this wonderful vacation and you can keep from getting sick and keep from getting dehydrated and make sure your pains are minimized by stretching and walking and getting up and moving. But let's be honest, sometimes we can't prevent things from happening. Maybe you twist your ankle. Maybe you still get sick. You know, things like traveler's diarrhea are real live things that happen to us, no matter what kind of prevention we take. So that's why we like to always prepare and have travel insurance. Last year when we used Safety Wing travel insurance, I did get sick and I had to go to a doctor in Vietnam, and we used Safety Wing. The doctor visit was amazing. It was one of my best doctor visits I've ever had. Very collaborative doctor, very kind, spoke perfect English. I was in and out of the doctor visit in less than 40 minutes with my prescriptions. It was $99 for everything, including the medications. And after I turned in my receipts and everything I needed for the visit, Safety Wing reimbursed me within a week. I had the money back in my account. So we highly recommend Safety Wing travel insurance. We'll put a link in the description so you can sign up. It's very professional. It's very reasonably priced for what you get when you travel, and it gives you that peace of mind because no matter how much you prepare, still can have an accident, and you never want to be unprepared for something like that because those things can really add up. So one thing I've learned about being a nurse is that healthy people rarely think about their health. You don't think about it until something happens. So make sure you don't miss those sunsets, you don't miss that amazing experience. Take care of yourself, take the precautions you need. Even if you're perfectly healthy and don't take any medication, you can still get dehydrated. You can still have the fatigue and the jet lag. So prepare and take care of yourself so that you don't miss out on any of those amazing memories you're going to make on your trip. Enjoy every moment. Plan not just your itinerary, but plan how you're going to stay healthy during your trip. So let us know in the comments. We would love to hear from you. What is one thing that you always pack to make sure you take care of your health while you travel?